back to Real Buccaneer Adventures, the former Little Bit Off Outdoors channel. We changed our name because the big Grady here is going to be Real Buccaneer. That's going to be the name of the boat. So today I wanted to show you all how to handle and how to fillet these white bass and give you a couple ideas on some of the recipes and stuff. We had a pretty successful night last night, and I just want to show you all a little bit of how to clean these fish and do it proper. So I hope you enjoy this. Thought Emma here, my videoer, she told me, she said, why don't you make a video how to clean fish? Well, we fish for white bass quite a bit, and I don't think a lot of people do. It's a greatly that's the word I'm looking for. People don't understand, they don't like them, they consider them trash fish. They're a lot better quality fish than what a lot of people give them credit for if they knew how to clean them proper. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to demonstrate on how to clean a white bass, and then kind of give you a little bit of a rough idea of some of the recipes that we use to clean them. Got the fish, we come in last night, so the fish have been frozen. We put them straight in the freezer, let them freeze up. Then we'll take them out, we'll put them in a cooler, we'll lay some out, let them thaw, and then the other ones in the cooler will slowly start thawing. That way we're keeping all this fish nice and cool. Everything was brought in, put on ice to begin with. When you come in late at night, you don't want to come home at daylight and try to start cleaning fish. So got the cleaning board, fillet box. This is the zippers. We actually take the zippers out of the fillet, which I'll show you. This has got the bone from the lateral bone in it. Well, we feed this all to the dogs, so nothing goes to waste. We have a bucket here of clean water, and here's the fish that are nice and cool. They're just now getting good and thawed out. This is a nice cold fish, so put him in here, give him a good wash down. This is a decent sized white bass. A lot of people don't want to keep white bass as the smaller ones, and sometimes in some of the lakes they'll stunt. These things reproduce like crazy, and they have a great amount of fillet for the yield for what you get. They're really nice. It's hot out today, and I'm fighting the sweat bees and the flies. So normally what I do, I'll start over here with my head in my left hand. You'll come in, you'll roll the fin up, come in on an angle, and then I turn and I go in just ticking off of the rib cage. I'm following the spine as tight as I can. Ticking, 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 there the ribs stopped. Now I want to punch all the way through as close as I can down here to the lower fin. Then I'll want to take the broad part of my blade and lay it right on the spine and come right back. Then these fish were not bled. We did not have the time to bleed them, and we've got a small boat right now. Then I'll come in here and I'll cut that lateral. I'm ticking right off the edge of the ribs. I do not want to cut the ribs. Then I'll punch through and I'll cut this back. You notice I'm coming right back. I'm not losing none of my fillet. And then I'll go forward. Now, this is all bone. I'm touching bone all the way up through here. The belly meat, it's not worth messing with. Plus, that's where a lot of your contaminants will build in all species of fish. I'll come over here. These fish are scaly. Come in, do the same thing again. There's the rib stop, so I want to try to punch all the way through. Use the broad side of the blade, lay your knife flat, come back and come out. And we're going to go through here again. We're ticking off of the ribs, laying that off the ribs, trying to keep our fillet as nice and clean as looking as we can. We'll just tick the lateral. That lateral line's more of a cartilage than a bone, but I don't like it in my fillets. I don't want nothing but meat. Now here we go again. This is all bone in here. That's all the meat you're going to get off of these fish. And it's a decent yield of meat. Now, If you look right down through here, you can see the lateral line. The bone stops in about back into here. So what we're going to do, we're going to go on an angle. Notice my knife's crossing the lateral. We're going to go down, then we're going to turn it just a little bit. We're going to come up through here. This is still lateral. This is in here. We're going to come right back. We're going to come down the other side of the lateral line. When you get to this here, you're going to want to try to cup the fillet a little bit so that it don't walk away from you. Cut right down through. Now, these fish have what's called vascular meat. That's this red that you see in here. This red is where your fish oils and your strong tastes and even some fats are. You do not want the vascular meat. You want to remove as much of it as possible. So what I found is this is a Dexter. I'm not sponsored by Dexter by no means. I hope one today to be. They are great knives. This is a boning knife that's a little stiffer than a regular fillet knife. Now, I don't want this knife to be able to lay down completely flat like a regular fillet. I'm going to come in and I'm going to go down. See that red right there? I'm not cutting all the way down to the red. I'm leaving a 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch attached to the skin side. And then I'm going to come right back. Just work this right off. I'm letting that knife flex just a little bit. Now, take this fillet and roll it over. Now you can see this vascular meat still laying on here. Now let me show you what, if this was a walleye or a crappie or bluegill or such, you would not want to do it this way. But see all that red? That's the strong taste that you don't want. The dogs don't care about the taste. They just like meat. Now, where we cut on both sides of that lateral line, now we can lift this out. The zipper comes out nice. We'll leave a little bit in here. It's not enough to worry about. Everything will cook up fine. Keep a nice container if it flies off. All this meat's still nice and cool. The wife's taking this bowl out once she gets enough to bag up, and we're out. So now what we're going to do, just like the other one, we're going to come through on an angle, and then we're going to come back through following that lateral line. You can see that lateral line going right down through here. And then we're going to go back through again on the other side. Just like that. Going to come in, leaving that vascular meat. Flop that over and you can see what we've got. That's that vascular. We left that attached to the skin. We don't want that. Now the zipper. Pull the zipper right out. Now that's a boneless fillet. These fish are scaly. You definitely want to wash your fillets up really good. A lot of people say don't wash this, that. Don't wash until you're ready to eat it. I don't want to bag up fillets, and I don't care how good you are. You're not going to clean these and not have scales on the fillets. So wash them up good and get them in the freezer. Once they're froze, there's no worries about bacteria or anything in there where they say not to not to wash them. We wash everything. We get it all froze up. Now we've found a lot of different recipes to cook these up. Jambalaya does good. Anything that's got a little more cooking process allows the release of that fish oil out of these meats. Mediterranean fish soups are delicious. They cook up. This fish will cook up in a Mediterranean soup, and you can't get much better than that. Breading them, you can bread them pretty decent. It comes out good. Sometimes you'll have a fillet that's got a little stronger taste. It's not quite as good as walleye, but there is nothing wrong with these meat. This fish is plentiful. It needs no management. When they get in a body of water, they take off. They do awesome jobs. They're greatly, I don't know what the word I keep looking for, but they're an awesome fish. We really do enjoy fishing for them. They give you a good fight. They got a good yield of meat. They really don't need any management. In this state, you're actually allowed to keep 30 per day, and that's a lot of meat. That's a lot of cleaning. I hope this is helpful to some of you, and thanks for watching. Till next time.